Al Gore 美国前副总统拍了《不愿面对的真相》，当时呢，他以各种图表希望向大家说服如何让全球控制在升温摄氏2度之内。而今天呢 ，IPCC 就是联合国跨政府的气候变迁小组正式的第一小组提出的工作报告结论里头呢，他特别点出来，可能这几年由于金融海啸，大家几乎把经济都摆在前面。也就是对于立即的危机感受非常的强，对于分分秒秒累积的危机却完全搁置一旁。政客的短视看到的是他的连任，但你必须活下去，你的孩子跟你的孙子必须共同存在这个地球上。英国的女导演 Armstrong 在2009年的时候，她已经看到了人类的政治经济的既有的结构不可能改变人类的悲剧。所以他做了一个预言式的电影，这个电影叫《愚蠢的年代》，拍摄于2009年，最后在英国的国会也在联合国播放。《愚蠢的年代》一开头就是回顾人类如何毁灭了自己，时间从2050年回头回忆，有一个人活下来了，然后他看当时的新闻画面，差不多就是我们这个时候，看看我们这些愚蠢的人类做了哪些事，毁掉了我们的孙子们、孩子们他们的未来。
拉斯维加斯埋葬在一片沙漠，雪梨歌剧院在炙热的火海烧灼，泰姬玛哈陵秃鹰环寺只剩下断垣残壁。这是一则警示预言，还是他根本预见了人类的灭亡？愚蠢年代是一则糅合剧情、记录和动画的影片，场景设定2055年，冰雪早已消融的极地。全球资料中心的管理员借由资料画面追索人类灭绝的真相。
We could have saved ourselves, but we didn't. It's amazing.
影片透过大量真实新闻影像，刻画人类和地球的现实处境。
Search visible impacts of climate change leading up to 2010.
101 degrees Fahrenheit. It's the hottest day ever recorded.
700 people are now feared dead after the strongest ever recorded day's rainfall in India's history.
全球暖化导致极端气候现象频繁出现，影片中不再进行理论的辩证，而是提出一个个彼此关联的人间悲剧。归根究底，祸首就是毫无节制地使用石化燃料。影片中说，人类历史开始于采集和偷窃。
But when it came to stuff worth pinching, one continent had it all. Ivory, copper, cotton, rubber, wood, tin, gold, diamonds, and people. As cheap energy, slaves were unbeatable until a less troublesome energy source was discovered and a new era began. Human numbers increased 5 times over, and with each person wanting more and more stuff, oil became the resource worth fighting for all around the world.
尤其人心不足，欲求不满，人类对地球的剥削压榨，一代胜于一代。
Skiing in the desert. Heating the air. Lighting empty offices. Energy is so ridiculously cheap, it makes perfect economic sense to just put it away. China is the new bad guy, because they are building a new power station every 4 days. But a quarter of that energy makes stuff for us. Western companies pay Chinese workers crap wages to make crap plastic toys, then ship them to Europe and wrap them in more plastic. Punters drive to the out-of-town megastore in their gas guzzlers. Plastic toy in plastic box goes into plastic bag. 2 days later, toy is broken, and back it goes to a Chinese landfill where it stays for about 50,000 years.
人类永远无法饱足的物质欲望整惨了地球。所有科学家都警告，地球温度的增加绝不能超过工业革命前2度。
Reason for that is because if you cross that threshold, then there are tipping points in the Earth system which could drive the warming process essentially out of control. Huge amounts of carbon could be coming out of the world's trees and the soils, methane could be coming out of the permafrost in Siberia, and it's that extra input of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere which then leads us up the worst case scenarios to 6 or more degrees and the eventual wipeout of most of life on Earth. So our emissions have been going up between, let's say, 1950 and now. They need to level out, stabilise, and then decline just as rapidly to sustainable levels, about an 80% cut by 2050. But crucially, to keep the temperature rise within 2 degrees, this point of stabilisation needs to be at around 2015. And so that means really the timeline we've got, ticking clock, is that we have to stabilize global emissions within just 7 years from now.
如果温度降不下来的话，怎么办？
We have passed 2 degrees. We cannot now stop runaway climate change.
There are simply too many people to feed in Ireland's remaining farmland.
Suicide rates increasing 800%. The Amazon rainforest is still burning.
And anyone who cannot bear to eat their own cats and dogs.
Entering the 8th world food crisis.
World temperatures today passing 4 degrees.
Pakistan has launched retaliatory nuclear strike on Delhi.
Across the entire continent.
We wouldn't be the first life form to wipe itself out. But what would be unique about us is that we did it knowingly.